As a child, I was anxious. Anxious that my mom, who was never a drinker, would become an alcoholic because the mom of the family down the street who had a drinking problem also had one daughter with brown hair and one with red hair, so that made them just like our family, and that must mean something. Anxious that I would get locked in a store if it was within an hour of closing. Anxious that if I did not swing my legs 3 more full times on the swings at the end of recess, I would fail my test in the next period. Anxious that if I forgot to pray for someone at night, something horrible would happen to them. Anxious that I had to wake up in the middle of the night to check to make sure my family was still alive and breathing. Unsure and scared of the unpredictable, I always created the worst case scenario in my head. As a way to escape my reality, I turned to books to find an alternate reality. Through this, I met one of the most influential women of my childhood who served as the role model I needed. She was well-dressed, well-spoken, drove a cool convertible car, and had a dreamy boyfriend who was dedicated to her. She had a great relationship with her family and friends, was fearless, and without hesitation would explore an abandoned building or an old mine shaft with just a flashlight and a clue. The thing that impressed me the most was that even if she was locked in a room with a black widow spider, was pushed off a ladder, or in a plane crash where she lost consciousness, she still exposes the imposter who has the missing jewels, finds a hidden staircase that leads to an innocent prisoner, or discovers the clue in the old family clock. This incredible woman is Nancy Drew, who is a fictional character from the Nancy Drew mystery stories. Countless nights, while I nervously waited for whatever mysterious catastrophe I was convinced would happen, I would simultaneously slip into the mystery of Nancy's latest caper, unsure of what the next page would hold. Unlike the anxiety I felt in my real life, in the life I was joining with Nancy, I knew she would solve the mystery and return to her idyllic life, even if the next week she and her friends would be part of another debacle and be kidnapped by a group of alligator poachers. Knowing that Nancy would save the day for those around her brought a sense of predictability, when on the outside I felt constant instability. Aside from the stability and comfort I felt when reading the Nancy Drew mysteries, I learned to be curious and ask questions, to keep my eye out for anything suspicious, and to appreciate adventures. As I've gotten older, I still love to visit my old friend Nancy and her mysteries, but also enjoy other mysteries these days in the form of true crime. Although true crime is the opposite of predictable or something that would relieve anxiety, through the years I have also developed the coping skills to process this. I participate in regular therapy and practice mindfulness to better understand the root cause of my anxiety while learning to be okay with the unpredictable. I have learned to accept we may never know what happened to JonBenet Ramsey. I have learned to accept that my wife probably did not get into some catastrophic accident on the way home from the grocery store, and with the help of technology, if I continue to doubt this, I am able to pull up her location on my phone to see she must have stopped for gas. In these moments, I become my own Nancy Drew, who isn't doing something as exciting as infiltrating a pearl worshipping cult, but one that is able to solve my own mystery and bring the stability I crave to my actual reality.